Hello there, this is James Scrofty, 1978, highly praising and recommending the 50-episode anime linked Narrative Underbar entitled Blood Plus, because although at first I assumed that it would be very much like Kyoukai or Kanata, the anime which I discussed in a video also linked to Narrative Underbar, with a much less irritating and whiny anime equivalent of Buffy Summers, using her blood as a weapon to fight not vampires, not only did Blood Plus keep its dark, introspective and mature tone throughout the series, instead of backpedaling into increasing parody and absurdity for no other reason, as far as I can see, except to avoid making people feel bad, but it is also, without a doubt, the single most original take on the entire vampire concept that I've ever seen in my life, using the fictional construct of non-human creatures which are created by the transfer of blood, not merely to explore the same age-old and arse-achingly tedious cliches, or the social awkwardness of glittering in the sunlight, for fuck's sake, or being a girl who is liked by too many hunky boys, but as the backbone of the premise that true bonds of family, love, and duty are not determined by genetics or blood in the vernacular sense of the term, hence the ever so slightly on-the-nose title of Blood Plus. A moral which I must say they did take pains to drive home a little too blatantly towards the end of the series in particular, causing me to declare, in case you hadn't figured out the point yet, after one character's dramatic declaration. However, that is a mere quibble. Indeed, looking back over all 50 episodes of Blood Plus, the only genuine criticism that I have is of Saya's wind-defying miniskirt during the first story arc while she was still attending high school in her hometown on the island of Okinawa, because having watched far too much anime over the course of the last 6 months or so, in which the female characters' clothes, in inverted commas, were literally nothing but a wafer-thin barrier against the series being censored, although I was deeply gratified to see that the animators refused to stoop to the level of titillating us with panty shots, the absurdity of the way that Saya's skirt never once lifted or fluttered and was effectively weighted down to cover her crotch, even while she was fighting for her life or doing the high jump after Kai had asked her, "You're not going to jump in that, are you?" actually caused me to yell at the screen, "For fuck's sake, just give her a longer skirt!" In fact, I hope that the sheer pettiness and insignificance of that utterly trivial complaint, demonstrating that I honestly have nothing more meaningful to gripe about, helps to convey just how good this series actually is. Because although the usual character tropes and archetypes are on display in spades, particularly amongst the antagonists, there is still a genuine depth and humanity, irony alert, within the core characters of Saya, Kai, Riku, and their father in particular, which truly drives home the underlying message of love and family beyond blood. Of course, there is also the none-too-subtle message conveyed throughout the series that the American government and military are manipulative hypocrites who create monsters, in inverted commas, around the world, causing the needless suffering and death of countless civilians for the entirely self-serving purpose of spreading their power and influence across the globe under the pretense of being the good guys, and then are shocked and outraged when the monsters which they created start attacking them directly as well? But surely that's all merely anti-American propaganda, isn't it? Because where on earth could the creators of this series have possibly gotten that idea?
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
Well, duh.